Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. I forgot to mention yesterday that there was a bunch of big news to come, and it did. So why not get this hump day started and get right into the news, shall we? The big news is that piece of crap Jarrod Ramos should never see the light of day as a free man. Ramos was sentenced yesterday to 6 life sentences, 1 each for the murders of John McNamara, Gerald Fishman, Rob Hyacin, Rebecca Smith, and Wendy Winters, and he got another one for the attempted murder of photojournalist Paul Gillespie, and then several hundred additional years for the injuries and assaults on the other survivors. Judge Michael Walk said that they would run consecutively. And while we never want to move on, we can hopefully now move forward and continue, as the Capitol says, to press on. In other big news, if anyone ever tells you that their vote does not count or matter, ask them to talk to Tony Strong-Pratt and Sheila Finlayson. The results of last week's primary are finally in, and all of the incumbents that had a race won. In Ward 3, Rhonda Pindell-Charles bested Keanu Smith-Brown 366 to 167, which was far more than I really expected. In Ward 4, Sheila Finlayson was trailing by 13 votes after the election and just eked out a win by 5 votes. 228 to 223, your vote does matter. And in Ward 8, Ross Arnett bested Katie George 450 to 332. Finlayson and Pindell-Charles do not have a Republican challenger, nor does Ward 1 Ellie Tierney or Rob Savage in Ward 7, so half of the city council has already been determined for the next 4 years. We will be speaking with the candidates in the next few weeks, and we'll have interviews released right around the time ballots are mailed, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for that. The election is November 2nd. School news. Interesting phrasing on a COVID letter that is being sent to parents. Now, this is for the schools that have had outbreaks, and in it says, as such, all non-vaccinated students and staff in classes which 2 or more of the students are enrolled, as well as any other non-vaccinated students or staff who are determined to be close contacts, must quarantine for 10 days from the date of their last exposure to a COVID-positive student. 2 or more. I guess AACPS has a special breed of COVID that's only transmissible when 2 or more people that have it are in a classroom. So apparently a single positive person is unable to spread the virus in AACPS buildings. Who knew? As to the buses, you want to make sure you check out aacps.org/buses for the latest at 6:15 a.m. But going into this DNB, 16 routes have already been canceled and another 3 are delayed. Our own Severn Bank is one step closer to becoming Shore United Bank. All of the regulatory approvals were complete yesterday, and now the only thing they need is the boards to both sign off on the deal, which is almost a given. The date of that meeting is October 22nd, and then I guess they order the new signs and stationery. This takes Severn from being a state-chartered local bank to a national bank, and after the acquisition, Shore United will become the 11th largest bank in the region with $3 billion in assets. And you know, I'm kind of sad about this. With the Mexican Cafe now closed for good, some people say there are no good margaritas to be had in town. Well, Frontier Airlines wants to help you out with new nonstop service to Cancun from BWI. They will offer 4 nonstop flights per week starting on December 17th, and introductory fares start at $89 each way. Go check out Frontier Airlines. And as we begin to wrap up, another PG County story. Apparently a month ago, 5 zebras escaped from a Prince George's County farm in Upper Marlboro, and apparently they are still on the lam. I learned that you cannot chase a zebra, you need to corral it. And these zebras are very smart. They decided to divide and conquer, with 3 traveling together and the other 2 split off, and they are traveling together. This is so reminiscent of the Bronx Zoo cobra from a decade ago, but I am totally on Team Zebra here. And finally, don't forget those ratings and reviews. They really do help us. So if you are somewhere where you can leave a rating or a review, please do. But what would be even better is to mention the Daily News Brief to your friends, to your coworkers, to your family, your colleagues, and suggest that they subscribe and give us a follow as well. Remember, it is free. Okay, that is it for the news. But first, a huge thank you to our 4 sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. Alrighty, now hang tight. George from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that in just about a minute.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
So maybe you've heard by now, the real estate market is hot. Actually, on fire might be a better term. And if you've been thinking about changing your address lately, but need to get your house market ready, here are a few simple tips to make your house shine. Clear the clutter. Basically making your house look like no one lives there when you still live there. Removing everything from kitchen and bathroom countertops is a great start. Give your house a deep clean. We're not just talking about a simple dust and vacuum. Think of this as detailing your house. Get into those hard-to-reach places, especially in the rooms buyers will focus on, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and power wash the outside walkways and decks. A fresh coat of paint can go a long way. Light gray and white trim is a safe choice. And finally, talk to us. The Kristi Neidhardt Team can help you find things you might not notice around your house that can make a huge difference in your sale price.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, September 29th. Yesterday worked out pretty nicely for the Annapolis region, despite a threat of storms, but it will be hard to find a stretch of weather any time of year that will be nicer than the next 7+ days. Look for plenty of sunshine each day today through the weekend and into early next week, with daily highs in the 70 to 75 degree range with AM lows each morning, mainly in the upper 40s to upper 50s, with fairly light winds over the course of the 7-day period as we finish off September and move into October 2021 starting this Friday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC, MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And definitely use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.